Matthew Webb, just 23 years old, was taken off life support at Brookdale Hospital Wednesday night and passed away. His death now a homicide. He was being screamed at by a 40-year-old woman inside the McDonald's where he worked in Bed-Stuy Monday night. She complained her French fries were too cold. The woman then FaceTimed her son, 20-year-old Michael Morgan. Moments later, he showed up outside the McDonald's and shot Webb in the neck. Now, while being detained in prison this week, Morgan charged with another killing. Police say he gunned down 28-year-old Kevin Holleran on Herkimer Street in Brooklyn in October of 2020. Funeral arrangements now being finalized for Webb. Glenn Shuck, 1010 wins in Queens.
And in Times Square, a 13-year-old girl visiting the city with her parents was assaulted on Tuesday afternoon. The attack happening in the middle of the afternoon, 2 o'clock, in the Theater District on 8th Avenue, just off 47th Street. Cops say the girl was with her family when this creep groped her and ran off. There is surveillance video, and cops say if you've seen this guy, please call Crime Stoppers. In Zoo time, 12:45, a Manhattan judge has thrown out the city's school budget, giving the council another chance to vote on it. A group of parents and teachers had sued to stop the $215 million in cuts. They say they need the money for more teachers and supplies. Mayor Adams has defended the cuts, saying enrollment is way down. Fewer students mean fewer dollars. Joining us live on 1010 Wins Newsline, Tamara Tucker, a mom in Harlem and a plaintiff in this lawsuit. Tamara, this would seem to be good news, although City Hall seems that they are going to be defiant about this. They're taking steps to appeal. Your reaction?
Yeah, it is kind of confusing to me why families and advocates like me and all of the people that have been showing up for this have to fight with the DOE and the city administration for the money our schools need. But yes, it does seem like we have to fight, and they do seem pretty adamant on trying to make these cuts. But we are pretty persistent and are grateful that the judge seems to understand that the city has been taking shortcuts procedurally and not allowing the community to have a voice in the budget approval process, and he's holding them accountable.
So I understand your school, PS 125 in Manhattan, could lose about $800,000. What effects were you anticipating? Not enough teachers, supplies, no enrichment programs? What exactly, Tamara?
Yeah, so we definitely are bracing ourselves for no art, no music. A lot of that programming has been provided by outside organizational partners, so we were not going to have the budget to bring in music instruction, art instruction, any outside enrichment partners. Students have done African dance in the past and lots of other really cool programs. I know there was concern around making sure that our students who in their IEPs are mandated to have paraprofessionals, but we didn't have the budget to be able to afford those staff positions. So that was a big concern, that we really weren't going to have the staff and the programming that schools, it's not a luxury, schools need this kind of programming.
Right. So we heard from the judge. The council needs to vote. City Hall says it wants to appeal. So this is still in limbo. We're getting pretty close to back to school time. Are you doing anything personally to make sure your kids have the supplies they need on their own if the budget cuts are not restored?
Yeah, I think every family is probably thinking the same things as are, I'm sure all the principals everywhere just trying to figure out what they're going to be able to put together, which is why it really doesn't make a lot of sense for the city to continue fighting this. It would make a lot more sense for them to think about ways to be collaborative with the rest of us and our legal team and parent advocates, because nobody wants to start the school with all this chaos. We want to make sure that kids and schools are set up for success and have the resources they need. So it would really be lovely to see some collaboration on their part, but if that doesn't happen, then we're going to keep pushing until we can ensure that schools have the necessary resources. We're not going to give up on our kids.
All right. Tamara Tucker, thank you for being with us. Appreciate it. Wins News time, 12:49 on a Friday afternoon. The monkeypox outbreak has now reached the jail system in the city. A uniformed Department of Correction employee has tested positive. Sources are telling 1010 Wins that employee does not work in a DOC facility and is isolating. The city has opened 2 new vaccination sites in Brooklyn, and we spoke live on Newsline earlier with infectious disease specialist for New York Presbyterian Jason Zucker about what to do if you think you have it.
Call your primary care provider if you have one, and if not, call 311 and they can direct you to one. Primary care providers across the city can provide supportive care options and also have a way to reach out to the Department of Health to refer patients with severe disease or tecovirimat to providers who can provide it to them.
At 6 last evening, 23,000 vaccines went online. Within an hour, they were gone. When you go out to your parked car, you might want to check under the hood for rats. Seems they like to eat engine wires. We spoke live on Newsline with Dr. Michael H. Parsons, a researcher at Fordham University, and he explained why rats are attracted to your car engine.
Many of the new wiring harnesses are coming out created based on soy. So not only do rats have this evolutionary instinct to go after wiring harnesses, but they're actually being rewarded with a food source.
And Dr. Parsons says your best bet is to keep rats out of the engine by not parking over sewers or drainage catch basins. New Jersey's ban on plastic bags is not going exactly as planned at one supermarket. Employees at the ShopRite in Aberdeen tell NJ.com that just after it went into effect 3 months ago, they noticed the store's plastic shopping baskets were disappearing, and soon realized people who hadn't bought their own bags and didn't want to buy one for 33 cents were just keeping the groceries in the baskets and taking the baskets home. Not all salespeople are like Alec Baldwin's character in Glengarry Glen Ross.
A-always-be-B-C closing. Always be closing. Always be closing.
But a new study says sales jobs attract people with dark personalities. Their traits, according to this new study, include narcissism and psychopathy. Oh boy. When's news time? 12:51 traffic transit. Glenn. That one is called you Glengarry Greg Rice.
Well, bridging will always be crawling on the Staten Island Expressway, at least today. Westbound side repair crews are the culprit getting out towards the area of Bradley Avenue. Right lane is shut, and you get the mess all the way back from Highland Boulevard. Eastbound side getting out towards the area of Victory Boulevard. You're dealing with left lane construction getting through that stretch. And then once you deal with all that on the eastbound Staten Island Expressway, you get the Belt Parkway as your reward. And it is not a set of steak knives. It is an eastbound mess all the way on out towards the area of Shell Road because of right lane work. Very slow go all the way from the Verrazano. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. Citybound George 45 up 30 minutes down west side, the only halfway decent way out of town. Lincoln Tunnel right now, you're looking at least 20 minutes into the city from some of the 495 approach. Looks like you got some traffic building up closer to the Helix. Outbound's about 15 minutes. Holland about 10 in, 15 or so at the outbound Holland. Traffic is sponsored by Schweiger Dermatology Group. I'm Greg Rice on 1010 Win.
An annual skin exam is an important part of your preventative health care routine. Early detection can save your life when it comes to skin cancer. Call 844-DERM-DOC or visit SchweigerDerm.com to schedule your skin cancer screening. Call Schweiger Dermatology Group today. Stay nice. Craig, you're the best. Let's go live to AccuWeather meteorologist Carrie Schwindenhammer.
It's going to be hot and humid for the rest of the day today, bearing around some clouds, even a thunderstorm or two, especially later this afternoon into the evening hours. There could be downpours and gusty winds with any thunderstorm, the high 90. Remaining very sticky later on tonight, some clouds and a low of 76. Now tomorrow, the heat breaks just briefly for one day. Very humid, though, with limited sun, thunderstorm in spots, the high 87. Then we're back to heat and humidity both on Sunday and Monday. And there could be a thunderstorm around each day as well. Highs not far from 90 with partial sunshine. It's 82 with mostly cloudy skies. Humidity 64%. The wind southwest at 6. Again, 82 going up to 90 in Midtown. I'm AccuWeather's Carrie Schwindenhammer on New York's weather station 1010 Win.
At Metro by T-Mobile, you can save more now that you need it the most. Get one line of unlimited 5G for just $40, period. Taxes and fees included. That's the lowest price in prepaid. Plus, choose from the largest selection of free 5G phones from brands you love, like Samsung. Switch now and save more. Only at Metro. If congested, the fraction of users greater than 35 gigabytes per month may notice reduced speeds, and Metro customers may notice reduced speeds versus T-Mobile due to prioritization. Video streams in SD requires eligible port-in. See store for details.
Every search you make, every click you take, they'll be watching you.
Tired of companies like Google and Facebook watching everything you do online? There's actually a simple solution. DuckDuckGo. It's an all-in-one privacy app with a built-in private search engine, web browser, one-click data clearing, email protection, and more. All for free. Download the app today and get the most comprehensive privacy protection with a push of a button. DuckDuckGo. Privacy simplified.
Kansas City Steak Company, another AmericanEagle.com success story. Starting in 1932 as a family-owned butcher shop, today they're a leading distributor of superior all-American steaks delivered right to your door, ready for the grill and your taste buds. When it came to their website, an average site wouldn't do. They chose AmericanEagle.com to take their website to the next level. With a dramatic increase in competition and a softening market demand, they had two challenges: improve their brand presence and message, and produce a positive return. AmericanEagle.com got to work and executed usability studies and detailed audits of site experience, digital assets, and marketing. The results? An integrated digital marketing and customer experience plan, organic traffic increase of 20%, and a long-term roadmap for success. If you love great steaks, go to KansasCitySteaks.com for website design, development, and online solutions that bring efficiency and results. Visit AmericanEagle.com. If you need a results-driven